Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Why can't we get AI to production? Our competitors are all ready. How do we keep data secure? AWS AI cuts through the noise. With ready-to-use agents and the broadest set of AI tools. Stop overthinking. Start building. AWS AI is how.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You know, recommendations can be great. Maybe someone recommended this podcast and here you are. But home projects are different. If a podcast isn't your thing, you lose a few minutes. If you hire your cousin's neighbor to mount your TV, you might end up with a lopsided screen and wall damage. Maybe I know a guy just isn't enough for your home. That's why Thumbtack works. It matches you with top-rated local pros with photos, reviews, and credentials all in one place. For your next home project, try Thumbtack. Hire the right pro today.
It's Monday night and welcome to the Tilton Talk show sponsored by Matter Integration with myself, Paul Whipkiss, the podfather himself, Mr. Chris Browne.
Good evening.
Mr. Tally Jones. In his fifth spare room, Mr. Robe Mark Adams, with no robe again.
Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody, sorry. Yeah, it's a nice gaff this is. I must find out who lives here.
About to do carpool karaoke by the looks of things and working part-time with us tonight as well, and only with us till about 7:20, I believe, Mark Meredith.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. I hate it when work gets in the way. So, yeah, I'm just here in my car. It's not my new house. It's just shooting on, and then obviously, shoot off a little bit earlier. So,
and James Corden's due in about 20 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, he is.
Mr. Fixer Craig Courtney.
Good evening, everyone.
And saving the best till last, the one and only Claire Wheeldon.
Good evening.
The point on Saturday. I suppose it was a good game for a neutral. Probably one of the best goals we've witnessed at St Andrews. Unfortunately, not in their end, in our end. But Robe, I'll go to you first, mate. What are your thoughts on obviously the performance and result on Saturday?
To be honest, Paul, I think for a first home game, I can't remember a first home game of the season that's been so flat. Just nobody, players and fans alike, nobody seemed to be buzzing for it. It was like an end of season game already. Lack of atmosphere, flat performance. People didn't look like they were giving 100%. Real letdown. And coming out, it felt like we'd lost. It was really bizarre, and I just think it's a continuation of last few bad performances. It's just you have a pre-season and you look forward to a new start, you get excited for it, but there's absolutely nothing to suggest that we've changed.
No,
I don't know what happened, but it was just shocking.
Yeah.
Fair play Bristol, they came, they got a decent point. They were the better team. They should have won.
They should have won. Yeah.
I don't know what. I'm struggling to think who was our man of the match. To be fair, I think Cochrane had a good game.
He got man of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have given it to him, but by and large, it was really depressing and really flat. It's frustrating because we have got the personnel, and are they being used right? Are they being used correctly? I don't think they are. That's my honest initial thoughts. 2 games in.
Yeah, my thoughts coming away were like, they've charged £65 more for this season for my seat, and you want to see something that's worth at least a penny more. Never mind 65 quid, and I just didn't feel any difference, or even feel as good as I did in some of the home games. Well, most of the home games last season, but he obviously stuck with he's come out today, hasn't he, Claire, and said about why he stuck with the same 11, and Did you say that Damari Gray's come out and said he was fit as well? If Damari Gray is fit, then for me, he starts on the left and Stansfield goes in the middle. And as soon as he made those subs, he lifted the crowd, didn't he? And we did actually have a lot more about us, didn't we, for the last sort of half an hour than what we had in the previous 60 minutes?
Yeah, I think Robe has explained it quite well, to be fair. Everyone knows I'm not a fan of Paik in the 10. He's not a 10, he's an 8. I don't see what Iwata brings to us anymore. Every pass was backwards. I felt like Beadle was probably one of the best players on the pitch, and for the last 3 games. We lack creativity, we lack a spark. I mean, the atmosphere is flat because there's nothing to cheer about. We're not creating anything. It's boring football. It felt like an away match, and actually I was enjoying watching Bristol City play more than us. They were attacking down the middle. They had purpose, they had intent. Every time they came forward, they looked like they were going to score. Jay looked lost, and he's not going to unfortunately, he's not quick enough to beat a man down the wing, so there's no point playing in there. Paik kept coming out to the left, so even if Prisk tried to win the header, there was no one around him. It was just, we're trying to get more crosses in, but you're aiming at one person. You're not aiming at 2 or 3 around him. You're aiming at Prisk. And then he's then taking the long throw. It just doesn't make any sense. And I just feel like I haven't been a Davies fan since Watford and Derby away. So to me, he can talk the talk, but the moment actions speak louder than words, and nothing's changed. And I stood there at Burton when we played in pre-season, and I thought, nothing's changed. There hasn't been a change in how we attack. There wasn't a purpose towards it. There's nothing there, and it's negative because we are paying, like you said, Paul, we are paying more and we're expecting more, but it's the same team as last season. I don't know a lot of other managers that don't put in their new players or don't change it for each team. To me, Bristol City was out of these first 10 was a certain you had to win that game. Because, we've got Wrexham coming up, we've got Southampton, we've got Norwich, we've got Derby. They're tough games, especially our away games. They're really tough. And I just feel like he is losing the fans a little bit now, because we heard lots of things when we went to the Platinum Plus and Platinum Night and things like that, but we just need the creativity, and everyone's calling for number 10. But Stano didn't do too badly, and Stano down the middle changed it. All of a sudden someone was running after the ball high up and doing a high press, and Paik went off, and it wasn't against Paik, it was we've now changed it and put Stano where he needs to be. Roberts came on and he looked up for it as well.
Proving the point was he looked like a man.
We just who's that?
Mark.
And Roberts in the 10 would be brilliant. Max Bird's now injured, unfortunately, but will he change it? Yes, he's going to make loads of changes tomorrow because it's a cup game, but what are you going to change it on Friday? And I just feel it's really upsetting because I can't listen to his post-match interviews anymore because I know what he's going to say, but we weren't good enough at the weekend, and it's a shame because I thought Swansea, we did okay, but again we nicked it, but we won, and do you know what, I can take that. Sheffield United, we didn't create a lot again, and to win football matches you need to create, and you watch Wolves, Southampton, Middlesbrough, you're watching all these on the EFL highlights, and we're playing nothing like that.
No.
And to me, he needs actions speak louder than words to me, and he needs to start his best team for that game, change it. I don't care. We got a point. Swansea's gone. You prepare for the next game, and that's what he always says. It's the next game that matters. It's the next game. But he's got to start switching it up slightly. We've got to start getting some pace and power back. And I would play Pike next to Solis and then put someone else in that 10. Vicente, fair play, because he came from out to in, but we don't have any movement or runs or anything, and it's just frustrating to watch. So I know I am being quite negative. I'm glad we got a point at least, because we didn't deserve it, because Bristol were brilliant.
Definitely. We were gifted that point.
Yeah, no, we were.
We didn't earn that point.
No.
We are unbeaten, but our it's just
not
frustrating.
Convincing. Yeah, it's not convincing, is it, at the moment? I mean, how close was that on Saturday to our best team? I mean, is it just one simple change, bringing in Damari Gray on the left, putting Stansfield behind Priska, and then, dropping Pate back for Iwata next to Solis? Is that our best team then? What do we think?
I think that's a good shout. But Pate needs to be... Sorry, Tally, I was going to say Pate needs to be deeper, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pate needs to be a lot deeper.
Next game, he's getting the ball in a deep position, looking up and picking a pass. At least he'll pass it forward sometimes. When Iwata gets it there, he's always backwards, isn't he? So it is frustrating to watch. But Tally, obviously, I'll bring you in now, mate. I mean, it's for me, like Claire, you've just said, I agree, Claire, that the team is pretty much the same as it was last season. So that tells you the league's actually stronger than it was last season. So does that mean we're going to, we could potentially, if we don't get the next 2 or 3 signings right in the next week, we could be just, sort of festering away mid-table again?
I think what you just said there is that he's our starting team, he's our best team. I think, first and foremost, that formation we spoke about last week, and we thought it was our away formation, tight in the middle, and not having wingers as outlets, almost like a full, across the front midfield, one striker to nod it down and basically defend. But that home, you just didn't expect him to play that formation at home. No. Like you just said, drop Iwata, Pake into his normal position, Gray goes on the left, and for a second, and I think everyone thought it as well as I did, 4-4-2. When Pate went off and Jay went into that, he didn't look like a 10. He looked like they were both in line, running after the ball, running towards everything together. Yeah. And then suddenly take Prisk off, bring Vasquez on, and then Jay comes off. He just, I don't know. I lost a lot of. He lost a lot of respect off me regarding that formation. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work at home. You should be attacking. A team should come to our ground and feel threatened. It was the other way around.
Yeah.
We were passive. We allowed them to come at us and attack us and break. Having 3 players in the middle, and most of their balls went through the middle.
Yeah.
Because many teams now attack that way. And then the fact that he brought Duck on, and Kanya sat on the bench and had a full pre-season, and Duck comes on and he wants to leave.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's a bit mind-blowing, isn't it? What worried me the most was we got 3 sort of defence-minded midfielders in the middle of the park, and they were running through us in the middle like a hot knife through butter on the counter. So that was a bit concerning, the way they were sort of picking the off when they attacked, wasn't it, Mark Meredith?
Yeah, sorry, I had some technical issues there. I'm back on. It was concerning, and I was disappointed at the most because I did last week. I said to him that I seen why Pate played last week. I think it was a little bit more defensive, but then this week it's just been really difficult to watch. Gray sit on the bench, Stansfield playing in a position that he doesn't play, and then again just agreeing with everybody else, just really disappointing with not real any enjoyment or excitement in what they're doing in the first home game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if Damari's not fit enough to start, then in my opinion, try Roberts out there or Vicente and put Roberts on the right. We've got 2 wingers there. I'm sure one of them is capable, surely, of switching over to the other side. They're both left-footed anyway. Yeah. So what's wrong with the in-swinger instead of the out? You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think, Craig? I mean, do you think that could work? But it's just getting a bit boring, isn't it, to watch? I know it's only the first home game of the season, but I just didn't have any... In fact, it actually, to me, sitting there watching that game on Saturday, it felt... just probably worse than last season's most of last season's home games.
I mean, the first thing is, I think Mark and Claire have alluded to it as well, but Bristol set their stall out and they put pressure on us with a high press that, like you say, we was just straight through our midfield. So changes should have been made earlier, first of all, for me, than what they were. It was interesting to watch the way that they played and how they attacked us, because they did start off on the wings and then it was always through the middle. So for me, they picked up on the fact that Iwata and Paik is a weakness. Now, what I don't understand is if opposition teams can see it, we can see it, then how can the management not see it? What is there that he is seeing in the dressing room and during training that we're not? Because at the moment, look, we were static. We might as well have not have had a midfield. You know, that's the way it kind of was. I thought, for me, that we lacked everywhere bar the defence. I thought the defence again was pretty sound. The goals were not defensive faults. The goals were because they threaded balls through the middle and the defence was trying to cover and couldn't get back ultimately. And God, their second one was a worlder. You're not going to see a goal like that again.
Unbelievable.
It was a fantastic finish. The other thing that I would say was, though, that from an attacking prowess, we had nothing moving from defence, moving forwards. You know, it was almost as though Clara and Neumann, you know, they swept up or tried to as much as they possibly could. But then we had no outlay. And that's where, for me, Paik is the man, like you say. You give him the ball, he'll thread the ball through. But you've got to have somebody that is on the front foot in midfield, not everything defensive.
Yeah.
Vincente tried. You know, the goal came about because he got himself into the middle and cut off the wing.
Yeah.
But that was the only time we saw it. After that, we didn't see him do it again. And it is incredibly frustrating to watch as a fan. But I've got to say, you know, there's that. Davies has got to swap it up. Davies has got to do that. Totally agree. He's got to make some changes. But the one other thing is the players have also got to stand up and be counted for, because they're on the pitch. They're kicking the ball. He's not. And look, if he's seen something in training they're not bringing to the field, then the questions have got to be asked why. You know, has he lost the dressing room? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But what I do believe is that players are not necessarily pulling the weight that they should. And look, Duck's coming on. I mean, first of all, you know, and it'd be interesting, Mark Meredith, for your point of view on this. But the more I've watched the highlights, the more I'm thinking there was no way he was obscuring the view of the goalkeeper. So that was a poor decision to discount the goal. The penalty, oh my God, how blatant does a player want to be? You know, might as well have been playing basketball and slam dunking the ball. That's how high his arm was.
Yeah.
But the referee missed it. The referee didn't give that at first. He was told by his linesman to give it. So, again, we come back to the standard of officiating, which, again, I believe he let a lot of things go that actually should have been warnings or cards. You know, I thought Bristol were very hard in the tackle. They actually nullified a lot of our play because they were just downright dirty and stopping us from doing what we like to do. And that's actually something I would like to see Birmingham do. I'd like to see us being nasty. I want to see us having a player that in the first 5 minutes slams a defender and says, I'm here, you're not getting past me. And same for our defence. And the same with midfield. If we had that and a spine that was doing that, we would be okay. And, you know, for me, man of the match the weekend was actually Beadle. He kept us in it.
He did, made 4 big saves.
Fantastic saves.
Yeah.
For a change, and it's the first time I've seen it, I actually believed he was dominating his box area. That's one thing that I've noticed is a difference so far this season, is he is going in there and he is dominating what's happening in front of him. But that's because he trusts his 2 centre-halves. But look, we move on to tomorrow and what's going to be a changed side. But I do agree with Claire. We need to have a team that's put out there tomorrow that is not too many changes, but actually should be a team that is fighting to start on Friday. You know, none of this because we're playing a Premiership side. I don't care. We're playing a normal side in a cup, and arguably, I bet we don't see half of their squad tomorrow night. I bet it's the under-21s that are playing.
Definitely.
But we need to be setting our stall out, and Davies needs to pick a side tomorrow that is not just good enough to win that match tomorrow night, but he's good enough to go to Wrexham on Friday and get a result. And he's good enough to stand up in front of any crowd, anywhere, and fight. And if we don't see that, then it's time for change. And it's as simple as that, because the manager has to drum it into the players. The players have to react. And do you know what? If we were in the dressing room, what would we have said at half-time? It wouldn't have been pleasant. I didn't see that bounce at half-time at all. I didn't see it.
Craig, putting on to that, my dad's just messaged me saying, has everybody seen that our subs stay out at half-time and don't go in?
Don't go in.
So, literally, they have no idea if there is a change of tactic. They have no idea what. All of them need to be in there together, surely.
That's right,
because Bristol were all in there. So it's actually a good point is there a difference between, should it be that they should all go in? Because we all know that a 60 minutes is going to make the change. So you're telling me that they can't carry on doing a warm-up
on
the sideline?
I totally agree with that.
Are they out for the whole 20 minutes, though, or do they go in for 10 and then
they're
come
out
out?
the whole time.
They're out for the whole lot.
Them, literally.
Really?
Especially away games, they're all out.
They're still booting around when the game kicks off.
So how do you know? So you're telling me that one of the management team goes and tells all the subs what's changed and what hasn't?
Exactly. Now, you never see them come out, and this is the other thing. I mean, we saw a change at half-time. Well, we saw a change at half-time because of injury. But
it's because of the yellow card, Craig.
You got a yellow card, didn't they? Yeah.
I mean, either way, he wasn't ready. I mean, when Laird come on, he was at first, I don't want to say wandering around because that would be unfair, but he didn't look part of it. He didn't, like you say, actually, it's a good point, didn't look part of the team that was on there or knowing which way to go. And I think he was held back as well, because we do see a lot of Laird bombing it down the wings. We didn't see that when he started the game. So what is this message that's getting across? Because it shouldn't be at home, defence. What it should be is sure it up, bomb down the wings, get some overlaps, because that's where we're getting some fruit at the moment. We're not getting it anywhere else. And I'll come back to a point that was on the message board, actually, and I cannot disagree with this at all. Why have we got the tallest player on the pitch taking throw-ins?
I don't know.
You couldn't imagine Peter Crouch doing that, could you?
No, I've had enough of them already, and one of the worst corners I've ever seen down there as well. When we took it short, it was like a low and hard kick into one of our. I can't remember who it was now, but it was like a low and hard pass that went into the near post, and I think it even nearly went out of play. To be honest, it come off.
To be honest, it's more like a Laurel and Hardy pass.
Yeah, the thing is as well. Who was it? I think it was Hull. They did a long throw into the box. They've got someone running onto it.
Exactly.
We just stand. We just stand and go, oh, and there's no we're just throwing it in, and we're trying. We've changed our way that we're playing, but it's gone from one extreme to the absolute other.
Yeah.
Where we're trying to cross it in, when we're trying to throw it in, and it's like you kind of need to mix it up a little bit. Again, if anything, we're becoming again easy to scout.
Predictable, great show.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
Well, that throw, you know what you just said about that?
To one person.
Just said about that throw in there. The first time he did it, Neumann or Clara, I don't know which one it was, ran onto it and flicked it on. Yeah. Every time he's done it since, he's got 3 or 4. The first player, either Clara or Neumann, have got 3 or 4 players in front of them and holding them down. So they know what's going to come. They know where it's going. So again, you need to stop it for a bit. Once in a blue moon, something different. Because when we saw it, it was a shock. Yeah. You can't do it week in, week out. It just gets predictable.
It's like, take a long throw in. The next time you get one, swap it up, make it short. You've got something else to the defence each time after that first long throw was setting up for a long throw because they knew
every time
was coming. Now, if you swap it about, we've got people that are capable of whipping in a ball. We've got people then capable of scoring and putting themselves into the positions where they're going to be able to toe poke it in and whatever else, because that's what we've seen from Prisk, right? He's a poacher. His goals that we've seen so far have been poaching goals. Look at the Barcelona game. Whipping a ball, bang, you go in front of the defender and put in a fantastic header. If he's taking throw-ins, you can't do that. But if you take a short throw, give it to Buchanan and he whips it in, we can do it. And
the formation, how you look at it, that formation that he's put in place, you've got Paik that plays it to Stansfield. Stansfield goes forward a little bit, drops it back. Cochrane is there to whip it in. So that's the left-hand side every time. Then when it comes to Iwata won't go right. He won't pass. I kept looking at Vicente, getting frustrated every single time, thinking, why are you not passing me the ball? I'm making the move. I'm making the run. And he just went left or went backwards, and it went back over to Cochrane. It's like he has one winger and then one a defender that whips it over, or a deep cross or whatever. He sticks to it every time. You won't have two out and out wingers like you said earlier on, Paul. Putting Gray. If Gray ain't ready, put Roberts on there. He'll run down the line, whatever side he's on.
100%.
You don't. He just likes one winger.
Do you think though that I'm going to put this out to the message board as well? Obviously, League One we got 111 points. Was there a game that we dominated for 90 minutes and kept going and going and going? Because my recollection of League One is you go 2-0 up and then we'll chill.
The only game
Mansfield was the only one I saw.
The last game of the season.
Do you think that is actually a detriment to how we play? Because that's why Davies is so safe. Because if you're doing that in League One, not a lot's changed. I don't think a lot has changed from League One football.
No, probably
I don't think anything's
we used
changed.
to go 2-0 up, and then we used to just keep possession.
Yeah.
And there was no trying different things when we were 2-0 up. It was very much like, we're 2-0 up, right, Iwata and Pates play amongst yourselves. But I agree with you, Tully. Iwata gets the ball, and he looks like he gets a bit nervous because he's thinking, I've been told I need to pass it. But Vicente's not going past players anymore. When he first came in, I thought, you could tell why you've scored against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Gray stops it as well. Gray will go, and then he'll put
Stop
it on the
and pull
ball.
back.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
And then everyone gets back to defend, and then you got 10 again. And everyone knows if they sit in a 10, a block, we're not getting through.
Well, Craig said it earlier on about Laird coming on. It's like he's been stopped from doing what he normally does, which is what we've just said there. Gets the ball and runs to the byline, and you always think it's going to go out. It just gets it across. He hasn't. It's not like he's able to do it.
Yeah, I think over the last sort of 12 months or so, we've signed certain players. They've come in and looked explosive, and then it's just sort of weaned off, isn't it? Like, I mean, Osman springs to mind. He came in on loan in January. It was explosive, wasn't he, in his first few games? And it's almost like he had it coached out of him or something, or it just wasn't the same, was it, for him? He wasn't as explosive in the remainder of the games. But coming back onto Brentford, I think we could have a surprise tomorrow, because realistically, that's the only cup that they could probably win. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think they're going to be just taking it completely lightly and throwing out all the kids. Don't get me wrong, they will make changes, but maybe 4 or 5 or 5 or 6, but I don't think they'll change the whole team.
They've got a good squad. They're in the Premier League. They finished mid-table every time. I don't know why everyone thinks that all of a sudden we're going to, we will give them a game because we always do whenever it's St Andrews, but they're a good side. I don't get it. They've been mid-table. When we played against them in the Championship all those moons ago, they were good then.
Yeah. It's crazy, really, when you think not so long ago, 8 years ago, we were signing all their best players, or 3 of them.
Yeah.
And now we're aspiring to be like them, aren't we?
But their model is something that has worked for them, isn't it? They have got the youngsters in. They've played them in their under 21s, or as we know it now, the Cat A category, and they've then made money by selling them on. We are aspiring to do that. And look, we've had some negatives around the game, but one huge positive: we've maintained our Cat 1 status, which is massive for the club, and puts us in good stead. But we need to build on that. We need to, so what haven't we seen over the past couple of seasons? We haven't seen a youngster breaking into our team.
No. And I've got to say, Craig, on that, the Crew game in pre-season, I was very impressed with some of them players.
Yes. Some of the youngsters that turned out across the whole of pre-season, I thought really showed a little bit about them. And do you know, dare I say it again, we are missing a Brummie.
Yeah.
You know, we know Damari Gray is a Brummie, but he's missing full stop. There's something not quite right with Dimmy, for whatever reason. But we are missing that little bit of Brummie progress. You know, that's what, as a team, we're about. We're a working man's club. That at the moment, instead of bringing through the kids and giving them an opportunity, like we did with Jude, like we did with Job, like we've done with Dimmy and others, at the moment we're just trying to buy in, and we're buying in youngsters.
I think that's just the circumstances of the expectations of the football club. You've just mentioned players like when Bellingham was there, when Dimmy was there. We weren't fighting to be in the Premier League. We were competing in the Championship. Now they want to buy success, and that's what every other club's doing. There's no, you name in the Championship how many homegrown stars are in the teams. Everyone's gone out and spent money and brought players in from everywhere. It's a 200 million. What is it? 200 million pound deal.
The academy though.
That's what I just read. Mike
Rig.
No, Mike Rig. You're on about the academy director.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just come up on there. I had heard it, but someone's just mentioned it again on the message board.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to jump in. So I was going to say one of the young lads has gone, hasn't he? Beteka.
Yeah.
He went non-league, didn't he?
Yeah. I think for me, you look at the clubs that are going to be up there potentially. You know, that are favourites. The likes of, I know Burnley, got beat by West Brom yesterday, but they're favourites to be in the mix at the end of the season. They've got likes of Kyle Walker, people like that. Wolves have got Trippier. That's what we need. We need someone who's got the experience of playing in the Premier League. There's only Damari Gray who's played in our whole squad that's pretty much played in the Premier League. So, when you look in years gone by, we had, under Bruce, we had Kenner, we had Steve Vickers, people like that, and again, under McLeish, Phillips, Carsley, Carr, Bowyer, all these kind of players, you bring them in and everyone else looks up to them and they have a massive impact on what the team's doing on the pitch. And we just don't have that now. And that's, in my opinion, we need it. We need at least 2 or 3 of them amongst the squad. I'm not saying they should be in the team every week. But a bit like Chelsea have done with Henderson and Danny Welbeck as well.
Experience heads, mate.
Yeah. I mean, Brentford did it last season with Henderson as well. We just need somebody like that in the squad. That's almost like a manager on the field as well when they do play. That can really nurture these young lads along. That we've got in the team.
Sunderland did it, didn't they? With Granit Xhaka. They brought him in. I think, and he's been a star for them. So
Can I just, just do want to clarify that it's all rumour regarding Mike Rigg. Nothing has officially been released by the club, and until it is all rumour. So
I just mentioned it because it's on the message board.
They're asking whether if it's confirmed. No, it's not, and it won't be until it's in writing from the club. The one thing I will say is he was noted and thanked for all of the work to get us the Cap 1 continuation. So, until anything else differs, he's working for the club. And that's the way we've got to see it as fans. There's enough rumour and speculation out there as it is. We don't need anything else.
Yeah, I believe we lost Mark Meredith.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah. He's given up.
Has he given up? Okay.
He's given up. Yeah.
I don't know if you're still watching, Mark, but if you are, then we'll hopefully see you back on here next week and back in Wi-Fi in your house rather than trying to connect in the car. So obviously there's a lot of work to be done between now and when the transfer window closes. I don't think Chris Davies is going anywhere. I know a lot of our fans, sort of wish otherwise, but for me, he's going to be given the time to get the players in that we need, and hopefully that happens. It does worry me without this director of football there at the moment as well. I do feel like we need that guidance as well. That seems to be taking its sweet time employing one of those as well, doesn't it? I mean, Craig Gardner's been gone now for how long? A few months. So we definitely need that as well. So, there's a lot of work to be done at the club, and hopefully, they can get it right and we can have a good season, but it's only one game on Saturday. I don't want to sit here as though it's destroyed the whole season, because it hasn't. But we do have a lot of work, Claire, don't we, to do to get better and get it right. And have we all got faith in Chris Davies doing that?
No.
Are we all Davies out then now? He should go now.
Yeah, I think everybody on the message board as well.
I don't think I'm Davies out. I don't want to eat my words, what I said earlier on, but I think you've got to look at tomorrow's a free hit. It's a cup, isn't it? You know, whether he brings off the players that we've seen on the bench, gives them a chance, we'll see. But if he goes to Wrexham on Friday and doesn't perform and we don't get a result.
Why can't we get AI to production? Our competitors are all ready. How do we keep data secure? When do we actually see ROI? All this talk about AI, but talk doesn't transform businesses. AWS AI cuts through the noise, making AI easier to securely deploy and scale. With ready-to-use agents and the broadest set of AI tools and services, you can build, buy, or partner your way. Stop overthinking. Start building. AWS AI is how.
Before we had AT&T Business Wireless coverage, our delivery GPS wasn't the most reliable. Once our driver had to do a 14-point turn to get back on route. A 14-point turn! An influencer even live-streamed the whole thing. Not good for business. Now with AT&T Business Wireless, routes are updating on the fly and deliveries are on time. And the influencer did get us 53 new followers, though.
AT&T Business Wireless. Connecting changes everything.
I just can't see I can't see it getting any better.
I'll give him to the international break.
I'll give him about another 10 games.
Well, I generally, because I think the tide is slowly turning. But I just think people just... I think the problem is that we sign these players, but then none of them play. So we have no idea if they're good enough or not. Like Vasquez, he's come on for 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
Yeah, you're not going to see why
Grace having to come out and say I'm fit is kind of like well, I am fit, I'm ready to play. I don't know, there just seems to be something. There's something missing on the pitch. There's something missing in the management again. I think I saw online someone said, how often do his backroom staff get up and help him out? It's normally him. And like sometimes his set piece coach will come out. But just, and we're missing something behind the scenes as well. Like, why haven't we got a director of footballing? Is it the Tom factor that obviously, I wish him all the best. I really hope he's recovering and everything. But since he had his stroke, something's missed from the whole club. And I feel like it kind of went down to the players. And I just think that, is Chris Davies someone that you'd want to work for, want to play for? I watched Mourinho, I watched the Pep thing the other day. And those managers you'd do anything for. If Pep Guardiola said, run over there 2 miles and come back for me, you would do it as a player. Do you think that our players would do that for Chris Davies? I don't think so.
Yeah. There's one thing that I take away from Saturday. We're talking about players coming in. Now, I could be putting 2 and 2 together here and making 5. But Twine has been linked with the club. Twine scored his goal. When he scored his goal, his celebration was extremely muted. Now,
I saw that.
Am I just reading too much into this here in terms of that? But if that is the case, and he is one of those players we are looking at, then actually what I saw from him is what we've all been discussing in terms of crying out for as a player to run forwards and open up opportunities. It's a big if. Like I said, I could be putting 2 and 2 together here and making 5, but I did find it really strange. He scored his goal. It was muted when he went off the pitch as a substitution. He was applauding the fans. It was again as though, was that a swan song? Was that a goodbye? Now, for those that watch the away ends, you'd have heard he's out of contract in the summer. They have been told he's not signing a new contract. He's basically come forward. So if they're going to look to cash in if they can, and
who does he replace though, Craig? Who does he replace? This is the dilemma. We spoke about it earlier on. Look, you've got Fujimoto on the bench. We need a 10. He had a good a full pre-season. He looked okay. When are we ever going to see him? We've got a number 10, our only recognised number 10. We're going to buy one. Where does Jay fit in? Where does Vasquez fit in? Where does Prisk? How do you fit these players in? Where does Max Bird fit in?
I can't get away from what Priska and Stansfield would look like as a pair up front together.
That'd be amazing.
You saw it for all of 4 minutes, I think it was, and then he changed it instantly by taking Prisk off. So
I honestly potentially think we've got a dream strike partnership there, but he just will not play it. That's the problem.
Stubbornness, isn't it?
Yeah.
4-2-3-1. That's it. That's all we can play.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, with the personnel we've got, it's more 4-4-2 or 3-5-2, isn't it? You could bring Dale Fry in and go 3 centre backs and go 3-5-2 as well and play wing backs.
I mean, you look at the last 3 games. We can say that Pake's been playing a number 10, but he hasn't, has he? He's been playing his own position, just with almost like a sweeper, just in front of the back 4. Yeah, no one's been a 10. Priska's been on his own. He's knocked the ball down. There's no one there to mop it up.
Nobody there supporting him, is there?
So
it's all too safe, isn't it?
Yeah. So to go and buy a number 10, it ain't going to work.
Not wanting to lose, having a point here and there, and playing Iwata and Pake on the same pitch. Will be his downfall. And I've said that for months. I've said that for about a year now.
Yeah, no, it is getting a bit frustrating now going down there, and you see the team before the game, and it's it's Pake.
I went from up there. You saw me before the game, Paul. I was buzzing. I looked at it and I went, and honestly, just got sucked out of me. I knew what I was going to see.
Yeah.
At least try something different, and then if it doesn't work, go. Well, it didn't work.
You can
but then
accept
don't
that,
do what
can't
you did at Derby and change everything.
Yeah. Like 2 minutes before they started the game.
And went 5-4-1 or something, didn't they? And that definitely didn't work.
No.
I was starting to prove a point.
Isn't going to work.
No.
You're certainly not going to get no shots on target, are you? Get no shots at all.
No.
But that's the thing. We just look okay. I mean, I don't think for a minute we'll be in a relegation scrap. I don't think at all. But we just look okay, and that's it. Which suggests anywhere between 10th and 14th, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to think that the reaction he got from the crowd when he actually did go 4-4-2 for a bit on Saturday, might make him think again. And
he won't know. He doesn't listen to us. He didn't listen to us at Watford when we sang sideways and backwards, did he?
No. It was in pretty much all the away games last season, wasn't
it?
Yeah, well, all we can do is hope. You go down there with hope, and especially when they give us price increases as well and you're paying more, you want more for your money, don't you? You want to be paying to watch something better than what you saw when you paid less. And for me, that was worse. I was watching better football for 65 quid less for the season.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Fraser Higgins, that is true. We could have lost 4-0. And all our players are left, so we could be them down the road. On a lighter note.
Yeah,
that was funny. Yeah,
and that is a lighter note, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, it's not. I don't want to sit here like it's all doom and gloom, because it isn't. We've got a good squad of players. I am always behind young English managers, and that's what Chris Davies is. He is one.
Yeah.
So for as long as he's our manager, I will get behind him. But I just hope that he can, make some changes for the better that can get us playing and hurting the opposition more, because that on Saturday was just not good enough. Way off the mark, wasn't it?
Do we think? Sorry, Paul. Do we think Vasquez will get a start tomorrow?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I'll give him a start.
I think.
I want to see him.
Yeah, give him a run. Yeah,
but I don't think any of us, not one of us, have. So early in the season, but none of us have bad-mouthed the player, and to an extent, we're not bad-mouthing Chris Davies. What we're doing is just, we're all in shock. I think this early in the season, it's almost like it hasn't changed yet. We were told it was changing. It just hasn't.
I think the one thing that frustrates people the most is the Pake and Iwata thing.
Oh yeah.
It's
I think
so obvious.
I know.
It's like you can't. Pake is one of the only footballers I know who's played 3 games without a pre-season.
Yeah.
No. It's
And
mental.
then Duck comes on, and I'm thinking, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, he wants to leave. I know he's probably trying to show that he's fit and all that, but he
I
didn't
think
do
that's
anything.
what that was, just to show that he is fit.
Yeah,
come
but come on.
and buy him. Come and take him off our hands.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's just,
well-
it's insanity. When you do the same thing again and again and again, it doesn't work. It's insanity.
Yeah.
Lily Rosa says, can we name one player that has flourished under Davies?
It used to be Stano,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's not.
I'm saying, you know what? We've missed this one, Clara.
Yeah, Clara.
'Cause I never saw him before. I'd never heard of him before he signed. But when he came to us, he wasn't a starting player, was he? You had Sanderson and Bielik in our set. They were sent off. It's only because Sanderson did he get sent off? Sanderson or get injured and Clara come in, scored, and then never left the side.
No.
So
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, sorry, Tyler.
He's developed him. He's definitely developed, and he's brought in people like Cochrane. I'd never heard Cochrane before. He's brought these players in. There's some decent players, and he's doing a good. Look, he's doing a job. We got out of the league that we wanted to get out of, however way we did it, or the quality. I think the question's always been the style of play. It's just not. You go along. You expect quality football. All this money's been spent on quality players or so-called quality players. And you're just not seeing it week in, week out.
No.
A positive spin on this, though. I've just had a look at the stats, Do you know in the league, we're actually 7 unbeaten? And when you take the cup into it, it's 8.
And how many have we won, Craig?
I know we haven't got the wins.
No.
How many shots on target, Craig?
Oh, no, that's something you can't get. Yeah.
Again, it goes back to the style of play. It's just...
It's
do you know what?
boring.
If we were winning 1-0 every week, I would kind of go okay, but we're not, and it's you paying all that money. We're going all that way, travelling all over the country.
Yep.
Which I'm happy that I can do.
Snap.
And you take all your day on a Saturday, and you're watching that, and you're like, be bored now.
Yeah.
I will just add.
And we scored 2 goals, but again, one was an own goal. And one was a penalty.
Yeah.
Nothing's coming from open play.
I think the penalty
was
the penalty. Sorry, Claire. Was the penalty our first shot on target?
Yeah, it was second half. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because the goal wasn't, was it? He was going. He hit the post.
Hit the post. Yeah.
Did anyone think somebody else would take the penalty? It's my first thought. For some reason, I didn't realise Damara was going to take it.
I'm glad
I saw him take that. We saw him take that.
I think he took. I think he was like, I'm going to show here that I'm fit and I'm ready, and I'm just not being played.
I think Roberts came on with that sort of mentality as well. He looked like if he was given a little bit more.
Yeah, Roberts has got something to prove, and do you know what? Why we're not playing him is beyond me.
Do you notice he never had no knee? He had no knee straps on as well.
No, that's right,
every game through pre-season, his knees have been strapped up really bad, like highly strapped up. Not one on there.
I just think whenever we got the ball on Saturday, we were very predictable. Yep. We were very passive as well for a lot of the game. This is all before he made the subs. When he made the subs, he just lifted the crowd, and we were different, weren't we? And we did start to open them up a bit. We can get a few set pieces, and then obviously we get the penalty. We score a perfectly good goal as well off a corner, don't we, John Solly? Nothing wrong with that at all. So really, in a weird way, we probably could have won or should have won 3-2.
Yeah.
But
just to answer some of the messages on the message board, because it has been as predictably busy as we thought it would be. So there's a few people that have come back on the comment that I've just made, right, in terms of the 7 unbeaten. I mean, first of all, Twix, a fan 9386, who's on Twitter, on YouTube. So thank you very much for watching and joining us. I just want to state it's not propaganda, it's fact. So, I'm not saying they're playing brilliant, far from it, but I'm just stating that there's been 7 unbeaten. Totally agree with what Andy Bonner said. We could stay unbeaten all season and still get relegated. Okay? It's very, very true. Nathan Colbert, Craig, what a pointless stat that was. Lol. It's a new season, same football. Again, I'm not denying that. I'm just stating the facts as they are. And you know what? That's probably, in all honesty, what's keeping Chris Davies in a job at this present moment. That's that's also just putting it out there. If we'd have lost more games, do we think he'd have been here in the summer? I don't think he would have done. And I've got to be honest, I think everybody thought he was going in the summer.
Is he in his last year?
It's a rolling contract, isn't it?
It's a rolling contract, yeah. No, it was a rolling year by year.
I think people are already picking the new manager.
I'm not sitting here sort of kicking and screaming for him to go, but at the same time, I do want it to get better as well. You know, so yeah, you just hope that we go down there. We have gone down there under his leadership and had some good home games, haven't we? And 1 or 2 good away games last season, but only 1 or 2, unfortunately. Whereas last season's away games.
Paul was scraping there.
I picked the best one to go to, didn't I, Blackburn, Claire? But,
Blackburn, yeah.
But
I think Chris Rowe makes a good point. Perhaps a new manager will bring his own director of football with him, or vice versa.
Yeah,
and I think that's a really good point. You know, we are yet to see what's going on, and yes, it's taking a long time. But the one thing I would say is, I think when you look at director of football positions within any club, they've got to be right, because they don't just look at what's happening in the first team, but they're involved in the whole running of the academy, the youngsters, their signings. So it has to be the right person that comes in. And we're all talking about the fact we haven't got one, but perhaps Knighthead are just doing their due diligence into getting the right person. You know, I'd rather have the right person coming in that's going to take us forwards than somebody that's going to come in now and not be a right fit and then end up leaving in 6, 12, whatever amount of months.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be coming back to that stability side. We need that. So Mick Reeves, you're right. Steve Cooper was at the Blues on Saturday.
Was that confirmed, though?
He was an invited guest of the FA. So
I saw him.
Stop the rumours and speculation. That's what it was.
Okay.
He's probably there for his modelling, a bit of modelling or something.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
He actually turned up because he thought, he wouldn't be the ugliest person knowing that you were there, Robe. So that's what it was.
Back at ya.
Got to get him in every so often. Do you know what I mean? We've been so depressive. It's time to start taking a mick out of Robe and make everybody laugh.
Let's take one game at a time now. We've got tomorrow night. We've got Friday. Let's see if there's a smile on our face this time next week.
The weird thing is, though, Paul, the weird thing is I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, you do your day at work or whatever, and you look forward to it.
Too right.
I mean, we talk as though Brentford are going to just throw the game and change the whole team, and as though we might do the same thing. But for me, I want to get through. I like, we won this cup. We need to respect it.
It's about time we had a cup run as well. We haven't had one for a while.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, so and if 2 teams came out like that, like Paul, you're saying, Brentford want to win it, Birmingham want to win the game. Actually, it should make for an entertaining game.
Yeah. Because realistically, this is the only trophy Brentford could realistically win, I think. And even that's a slim possibility, isn't it? When you look now how serious the bigger clubs take it.
Yeah.
Just judging by the winners of it in the last sort of 5 years, shall we say, since we won it, really, there's not really been any of the big 6 outside the big 6 that have won the League Cup, is there? I'm just trying to think.
Oh,
is there anyone outside?
Swansea beat Bradford, didn't they?
Okay, yeah. So that's one. So that's.
Since us, I think there probably has only been.
There is only Swansea.
I think it's only Swansea outside the top 6.
I know Wigan won the FA Cup.
Swansea won this.
It doesn't happen very often, does it?
No.
So
they play on Sunday as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, quick question.
I think that they'll have a decent 11 out.
Yeah.
Because they only started. It's like a little pre-season, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit. So instead of they to us, haven't they, really, that they've had a game and then they do this. They absolutely dominated Spurs. They had 26 shots.
Yeah,
so...
And the funny thing was, there was a comment of some of their players have been at the World Cup, and therefore they were actually, it was almost still pre-season for them, yet they absolutely destroyed Spurs.
They really did.
Scary when you think about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, obviously, while we're on the subject of Brentford, everyone knows I like a quiz, so I'm going to go early with who got the assist. So we obviously beat Brentford on their ground at the start of I believe it was the 2021-22 season, was it? Or 2021, sorry. And Christian Pedersen scored the most unbelievable header, didn't he, from outside the
18
box?
yards out, I was there.
Yeah.
Shot.
Bullet header. You'll never see again.
Who got the assist then, Claire?
It was a free kick.
I think it was in open play. I think it might have been a free kick.
No, I think that it was. Was it a worked free kick? I'm picturing it now, but I can't. Give me a minute.
Tally?
No, it wasn't Tully.
No,
definitely wasn't.
It was in the bar.
He'd have hit the bar.
Anybody know? Not Maxime Collin, Fraser
What's
Higgins.
it?
No, not. Oh yeah, Nathan Colbert. Well done, mate. He's got it.
Was it what Nathan Colbert said?
Steve Seddon. Steve Seddon.
I would never have got that a month for somebody's, mate. No chance.
There you go.
Wasn't it?
I don't even remember him.
I think he went on to Shrewsbury, did he?
Seddon,
Yeah,
Big
I think so.
Great player then.
He had a good left foot on him. He did have a good left foot. Yeah.
It's quite early, Claire, I think. It's about 20 minutes on it.
I don't know. Do you know what? They all roll into one. I'm still haunted by us losing 6-0 at Brentford, and Cottrell didn't even wave or say thank you to us fans. And
see what I mean? This is what goes back to me saying it could be worse.
Yeah, and then I was sat at the top, and then I was saying how bad we were, and someone turned around saying, "I don't think you know what you're talking about." And then I went, "Well, we've just lost 6-0. You tell me." And then they didn't. This was before my Tilton Talk show days.
yeah. But when you
That when you had the knuckle duster.
When I couldn't tell everyone live on social media, and instead I talked to whoever was there, and then all of a sudden I'm on here. So there we go. Look, I do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Chris, have you got a who was on the bench?
Oh no, we've got a who this week.
Oh, have we?
Right then, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay then. Stand by.
We went into the playoffs. It did. We come second that year. We come second to Birmingham, and Birmingham were. And we talked about clubs just off the line before we started this. Birmingham were, a big club in a division too low really for their standings, and they're struggling again. Sadly, you could see them.
I think I'm not going to give you any more. I'll give you a clue in a bit, but not just yet.
It's not Darren Ambrose, is it?
Come on, Paul. You want to ask me a question?
It's not Steve Claridge, is it?
No.
It's not Darren Ambrose, no.
Hang on, I think I know who it is.
And it doesn't sound like him, but it is him.
Is it Nicky Forster?
It is. Well done.
There you go.
I thought you were going to say.
Gents, was the who?
The clue was going to be he's been on the show because he has.
And obviously, my new game, Let's Get Shirty as well. We're on episode number 2. So, who is everyone? I think this is going to be an easy winner. Who is our best ever player to wear number 2?
Stephen Carr.
Ever? Ooh, what's that gone on there?
Stephen Carr, the best ever number 2. Was everyone? Certainly in my lifetime, he is.
Yeah, Stephen Carr.
I love Gary Rabbit.
My favourite would have to be Laird, but it would have to be the best. Would have to be Carr.
I loved Gary Rabbit as well. I did.
Yeah, Rabbit never put wrong, did he?
No.
Gary Paul.
Gary Paul was class as well. Yeah.
That's a big shout. That is.
He was decent.
Ian Clarkson.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bass. Going back further, Chris, Dave Langham, was he good as well? I hear his name
good.
a lot.
Yeah, David Langham, yeah. He's been on the show. He was one of the first ever guests, David Langham, yeah, he's a good, great, yeah. Completely fell out of love with football, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hates it.
So get your votes in. There's a couple for Dave Langham already. If you don't mind, Craig, just give us a tally at the end and we'll announce who wins.
Yeah.
Another thing we did last week as well was obviously who did they play for? Number of clubs that you can name that an ex-Blues player's played for. And this week, I've got DJ Campbell, who had 14 clubs in his career.
Blackpool.
Beat me to it.
Blues.
Obviously Blues, there's 2.
Did he play for Rangers?
Didn't he play for He didn't play for Brentford, did he? No?
He didn't play for... He didn't play for Brentford.
Who did we sign him from?
Was it Maidenhead?
We signed him from Brentford.
Brentford, yeah.
Yep. And then they were in League One.
Yeah.
And we were in the Premier League. Oh, no, we just got relegated. Sorry.
FA Cup game, he'd have an absolute stormer, and we signed him just after that, if I remember rightly.
That's right. He was outstanding against Newcastle away when we beat them 5-1 as well, wasn't he? If you
We
remember.
sold him to Leicester.
We did.
Yeah.
You're not Googling him, are you, Claire?
No, I just remember him going and I was a bit gutted.
John
Who said
Bass.
Maidenhead? Who said Maidenhead?
Me, I did, Paul. Me.
Yeah, Maidenhead's one.
That
So we've
one
got
there.
Maidenhead.
Yeah, Maidenhead we signed. Yeah.
Birmingham, obviously. Leicester. Did we say Leicester? Yeah, Claire.
Yeah.
Brentford.
He played for a few championship teams, didn't he?
Warren Wasser-Starling has said he's Luton in there.
No.
What about Orient?
No.
No.
He had quite a few loan spells, to be fair, at different clubs.
Yeah.
I can see him in blue. I can see him in blue and white. I know we obviously are blue and white.
QPR, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Claire. QPR. He played for QPR.
Sheffield Wednesday. Did he go up north for a bit?
No, he wasn't at Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah. You've just got Blackburn Rovers.
Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, he was at Blackburn. Yeah.
How many's that?
How many teams did he play for?
14.
I think he had more than one spell at the same club, didn't he? Looking at his career, he went to Blackpool about 5 times. He went to Blackpool twice, or 3 times actually. He went twice on loan, and then he signed permanently in 2010, 2011, and then he moved on to QPR.
Wimbledon.
So I'll just say that.
Sunderland, Colchester has come up on the board as well.
Yeah, Derby, Millwall.
Derby, yeah, he was at Derby as well, and he was at Millwall as well. Yeah, he had a loan at Millwall in 2014, and then he started his career at, I might as well just say, Chesham United. He started at, and then he went on to Stevenage Borough, and then Billericay Town, and then on to Yeading. He scored 65 goals in 88 games for Yeading, which is what earned him his move to Brentford.
Wow. That's a good ratio, isn't it?
Yeah,
He was good. He was a decent player. He was.
He was. He was quick, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he knew where the goal was.
Warren Wasser-Starling has said, did he go to Stoke?
No, he didn't. No. He also played for the England C team as well.
Warren, you're now 2 out of 2, mate. Both of them wrong.
Didn't know he had a C team.
Yeah.
A C team.
So we've had people say Ipswich, Derby, Millwall, Blackpool, QPR. Ipswich,
yeah. All of them, yes. And then he finished at Maidenhead United, where he scored 4 goals in 9 games, so 2014-15. And then he retired in 2015.
You're either all in on this model, or maybe you're building with another. You're either speed, or is it security? You're either custom, or are you ready to use? Or you're AWS AI. With hundreds of models, ready-to-use agents, speed and security built in, you don't have to pick a side. You can have them all. How will AI revolutionize your business? AWS AI is how.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at soundedouttogether.org. That's soundedouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
65.
65.
Ancient. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm joking.
He's 44 now.
44.
44?
Yeah.
He said that out loud.
He's 45. He's 45 this coming November.
Wow.
So it makes you feel old, doesn't it?
I know. He'd be a good guest, he would.
He would, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd have some stories, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, so the C team is for non-league players. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Non-league.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. Is that
It used
still
to be
going?
I suppose that used to be called, that was the old amateur league, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Does that still happen now?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's called Scotland.
Do you know, Robe, that's your one funny comment for the night. Now you can stay quiet.
Okay, so yeah, get your votes in anyway for the best ever number 2 to represent us. Craig, we got any updates on the women's side of things?
Just obviously, pre-season continues. So no more signings come through the door at the moment, but work's still going on in the background. Tickets are out there for the Manchester City game, which is the first game of the season. However, I think as we discussed on the last show, it overlaps with a home game, so it's a bit disappointing from that point of view. But if you're not at the home game and you can get up to Manchester, tickets are available on the Blues website. And the first game of the season at home is also now up and around. So, look, I still go back to what I say each time, which is that I know it's not everybody's kettle of fish. But if you can make it down there to come and support Amy and the ladies, especially that first home game in the WSL, it would be amazing to get as many as we possibly can. And look, there will be other games as we go throughout the season that we want to get everybody down there as much as possible. And we'll work towards it and see what we can do both across Tilton Talk, but also via the official supporters clubs. Keep an eye out on those different things around what we can offer and various different pointers that we can hopefully enable for fans to come and watch the games. But there is a fantastic interview with Amy Merricks.
I've seen it.
Really gives and shows the passion that she has for this club and what it means for her to be managing us in the WSL. I will post a link to that after the show because it really is worth a listen. And also, look, some of the bigger newspapers are now beginning to do some write-ups as well. So as the season approaches, we're going to see more and more and more, but we want to get as many people down there as possible. Let's back them to the absolute hilt and let's see what we can do in terms of increasing the crowd and backing them, supporting them. It's going to be tough for us this season. This WSL is no walk in the park, as everybody knows. And look, it's going to be very hard for us as we go through. We get a baptism of fire with the teams that we're playing to start off with. But let's get through those games. Let's push on. And let's look forward to the games against our team, the other side of the city. Let's look forward to the games against Manchester United, the Arsenals, the Chelseas, Liverpool's, Everton. These sorts of games are all up there as the season goes by. And people will get the opportunity to visit those stadiums that they possibly haven't. Everton's old ground. It's people that didn't get a chance to go and watch Birmingham men in their Premier League there and stuff. The women's team are there, so it's a ground that you can say that you have visited. Unfortunately, it's not the new stadium, but it is the old one. Arsenal, they're playing the Emirates. You might get an opportunity to go to the Emirates and look. Chelsea, I know it's that cross with that men's game, but that's Stamford Bridge. So at the end of the day, there's some really good areas for people to visit and a great opportunity for us as a club to expand. And it's going to be interesting as well because the people we're bringing in are young, eager players. Players, when they're going out on the field, they haven't experienced the WSL, a lot of these. So this is a baptism of fire for them as well as it is for the club overall. But we know that we want to expand. We know we just don't want to be there for just one season. So support them if you can, and please, watch out for updates and things as they come through. And on that front, as we're talking about the ladies as well, we are looking for bloggers and vloggers to join us to talk about the ladies' game, supporting us as we go throughout the season. And that's saying support us. That's through Tilton Talk. So, we had Stephen Gill, who was with us for the past few seasons and did a great job. Now we want to take it one stage further and get as much as we possibly can to support Amy and the ladies. And if you are interested, then drop through an email. Chris, I think it's to admin@Tilton Talk, isn't it, if you're interested?
Yeah, admin@tiltontalk.com. Yeah, let us know. Or message one of us on the various social media stuff. I was just going to ask you about the Everton thing, Craig.
Yep.
Is this the first season that the Everton ladies have played at Goodison?
No, they actually. So they used to play at Goodison.
Okay.
As one-offs when the men's team were there, but as soon as they vacated to go to the new stadium, then they took over and all of their WSL games have since been played there. So it was great to see, and it's like I say, it's an opportunity because Goodison is still the way that it was. You know,
it's a lovely old ground. It really is lovely. Yeah,
some seats that may be covered over, but the rest of it is exactly the same. So. It's an old school stadium, you know. It's
proper wooden seats,
proper football stadium.
Yeah.
You know, we all talk about having these super duper ones, but nothing better.
Also, Craig. Ian Clayton said it was nice to meet you in the men's toilets on Saturday.
Yeah, just want to clarify.
We need to know.
Pre-planned
for specialist reasons and just from total clarity and legal perspective. He was walking out as I was walking in. So he did say to me he was going to shake my hand, but that really wasn't
No.
I think Everton women will get good support, won't they? Because of obviously Goodison and the nostalgia of all their supporters, obviously, that are not going there anymore that follow the men's team, isn't it? So I think they'll probably get
a lot of that, and you see that with a lot of the ladies' games, you know, and the teams that are there or thereabouts.
Yeah,
I mean. The fact the Stamford Bridge is being used for all the ladies' games shows you the element of following that they can give because, you know, they open up the vast majority of the stadium for those games. So it just shows that it's there. And look, same as us, TV ruins a few things. But the thing I love is that first game of the season against Manchester City follows straight on after the men's have played. So, you know, if you're at the men's game, and you then get the opportunity, as I think the club will do, then stick around, watch the ladies on the screens. Let's we can't be there in person, but we can be there in spirit, and be nice to see a few people hanging around, having a few beers, and watching the ladies' game straight afterwards.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, if you're not already doing so, please like and subscribe. Tilton Talk Show pages across all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, etc. And also shout out to our new sponsors as well, Matter Integration, obviously our brand new sponsors for this season. If you've not looked at them as well, have a look on their website. They supply all sort of security systems, well, basically for all needs, isn't it, Chris? So they do everything from CCTV to security gates to everything else that you could possibly think of. So if anyone's business out there has any of those sort of requirements, then do hit up Matter Integration, our brand new sponsors, and speak to George as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we're on to tomorrow night, and I know it's a bit early for predictions, but we might as well do it now, and then we'll discuss a few more topics. But I think tomorrow night, it could go all the way to pens tomorrow night, couldn't it? I think it'll be a cracking game. I think there'll be goals, and I think we'll draw 2-2 again. Does it go straight to pens? No extra time, is there?
Yeah, straight to pens, yeah.
Straight to pens.
I think we'll beat them on pens. There we go. Probably talking with my heart there, but no reason why we can't. And then on Friday, Wrexham away, I think we'll draw there 1-1 again. They say things happen in threes. The last two at Wrexham away have been 1-1, haven't they? So I'll go 1-1 at Wrexham away. Tally?
Oh, tomorrow, I think we could beat them. So I'm going to go 1-0.
Okay.
Friday, I'm not predicting it. I'm staying out of it.
That don't sound good.
Tally, I think that's the first time ever we've had a not saying the predictor.
No, I don't want to jinx it.
You're not going to say silence, are you?
Silence.
Yeah, silence.
He just missed the old the I kill you after, didn't he? You probably said it to that guy who wants to leave instead. But anyway,
yeah.
Chris,
I'm going to go for a 2-0 lose
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. You think we'll go strong then?
I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going for a 2-0.
Friday.
I don't care. Go for a draw. 1-1.
Yeah. Where's your head up with it now? I haven't spoke to you actually about it. What are your thoughts on the season so far? And did you watch the game Saturday? And what did you?
I did. I missed the first half. I caught most of the second half. I don't know. I think the one thing that did it me was it seemed very sort of like unatmospheric. Is that the word?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like headering, but unatmospheric.
I don't think unatmospheric is actually a word, Chris.
Unatmospheric, I think it is. I think you'll find. Have we got a Jaws brand?
Well, we started bounce back ability when you think about it on here. So let's go with that as well and see how many times we can get it trending across the socials.
Yeah, but it is still early, isn't it? Really?
Oh God, it's early days. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're above West Ham and Burnley, aren't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, Rob.
Actually, I need to put the light on because I look like an anonymous Facebook request.
the footballer that can't be named on the Sun. Yeah. He's done whatever, yeah, and they just do a silhouette. You look like that. Everyone's guessing what team you play for now.
Player on FIFA, we got a picture.
I'm gonna say 1-1 tomorrow. I think we'll win on penalties. I think we were about time we beat a Premier League team. I'm going to say 1-1, win on pens. And then Friday at Wrexham, I think we're similar to the Sheffield United game. 0-0.
Okay.
Bro, can you put your hands up?
That looks like bloody.
Also, I've got to say something because I can't not see it now. But that looks like a rolled up body behind you. It really
it does, right? I'm sorry.
It's funny how your mouth goes dry this time of day, doesn't it?
I'm sure I saw some kicking earlier, some twitching.
No, it's all buckled. Look, there you go. Look,
when you done that, then when you just done that with your hands, it reminded me of Bottom. The end credits on Bottom.
I did, yeah. Rick yeah, don't panic, Mr. Davies. Yeah.
It's changing the subject now.
He has. She said there was a murdered person behind him. He's really quiet.
It's a lovely day, isn't it?
Claire, what are your predictions, Claire?
It depends on the team.
Oh God, we can see him again.
I'll take a 1-1 tomorrow. I can't see it, but I can't ever say we're going to lose. So, yeah, I think it'll go to pens, and we'll see what happens. If he plays Paik and Iwata and Paik in the 10 on Friday, again, I think Tally, you've taken my, I can't not. It's really difficult because it depends what team he plays.
But if he does play Paik and Iwata on Friday night, are you coming home?
I feel like it every time. I say that every time I turn up. If you play Paik and Iwata, I'm going home. I end up staying. Yeah. I would take a draw on Friday, but I personally have a dislike for Wrexham, so I always hope we get a result. We win, but that's just personal. Yeah, I'll take a draw, but we've got to start winning, don't we? Really, away from home. So it depends on who he plays and if he changes it and listens. But I can't see it myself. But I'll be shocked if we do get something. But
And Craig,
I mean, sorry,
I think sneak a cheeky 1-0 tomorrow. I just think it will be a cheeky and it'll be a close game. Friday, I'm the same as the others. It's really hard to predict. My heart says I'd love us to get again a cheeky 1-0 result. I think we need it. We need that bounce. But I just think it's. I'll go with the Sheffield United result as well. I'll go 0-0. I think it'll be a tough, but we'll go 0-0. So 1-0 tomorrow, 0-0 Friday.
Yeah, take a draw Friday. To be fair, but it would be nice to beat them there.
Yeah. I'm just reading the comments. Some people are saying I've got Paik and Iwata rolled up behind me, and someone says, "No, Daniel, it's not a blow-up doll."
Paul,
that's in the other room.
Can you name the 7 Darrens that have played for Blues?
Whatever.
7 Darrens.
Rowbottom.
Randolph.
Darren Randolph. Darren Rowbottom.
Rogers.
Darren Wassell.
Rogers.
Darren Anderton. Darren
Rogers. Rogers.
Darren Ambrose.
Darren Ambrose. We're only one missing now.
Rogers, Wassell, Ambrose.
Rogers, Wassell.
Rowbottom, I said. didn't I?
How can we forget Darren Carter?
Carter.
He said him first.
Yeah, we weren't listening.
The message board, we've got a mixture of results coming through. So Cecilia, thanks for watching. She's got Blues to win 2-1 tomorrow.
Darren Purse, yeah.
Sorry, Craig. Darren Purse.
Yeah, I know.
Purse, God.
That's 8, isn't it?
That's 8.
There's got to be more.
Whilst you're thinking, then let's run through the message board.
Yeah,
so Cecilia said 2-1 tomorrow, 2-2 on Friday. Then Warren has basically said if the Brentford of the weekend play, it's going to be 3 or 4-0 to them, unfortunately. Bill Minter said 0-3 tomorrow, 0-2 on Friday. Davies out. Mike Hill, Blues 1, Brentford 3, and then 1-1 on Friday. Mark Hoadley, Brentford 3-0, Blues 1-0 against Wrexham. Elizabeth Allen has said Brentford will win comfortably, and I think that we'll lose 2-0, sadly, against Wrexham. Dom Kavanagh, whilst he wants us to go to Wrexham with a strong, fit squad without injuries from tomorrow night, he thinks we will lose 2-1 tomorrow and 1-1 at Wrexham. Daniel Rowan has said he thinks it'll be 4-1 to Brentford and then 2-1 to Wrexham. So proper mixture of results. And as I'm saying that, another one's come through. We're going to get beat 2-1 on Friday, Ian Clayton has said.
Confidence is running high.
I don't think we've ever had a message board where we probably haven't had Blues to win twice in a week. Everyone's,
Erring on the side of caution, I think, is probably the best way to describe that one, Claire.
Saturdays, I think Saturdays had a massive effect on everyone, but me and Tally have been going through this for the last 2 years away from home. So, welcome. That's why
that's why I'm in counselling.
Now, tell me if you agree or disagree with this, and all our viewers as well. But I love DJ Mikey B. I love what he does. I love the vibe in the stadium before every game. But is he getting louder?
I could say that across the summer we've had new speakers.
Oh my God! Because literally after 3 months out and not seeing people around me for 3 months, I'm trying to have a conversation, and it's impossible. It's impossible, really. I can't really hear what the guy sat right next to me talking there in my ear is saying to me. It's like, it's unbelievable. And I love loud music. I don't want to.
You're higher up, aren't you? You're higher up, aren't you? When I say higher up, like obviously I'm at the bottom, so I get what you're saying, because when you go up to the concourse area as you're walking along, it does sound louder.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Honestly, it's unbelievable. It's pointless trying to start a conversation.
Not being able to hear anything, so now it's too loud.
Yeah,
I love the Blues.
Can we?
Typical Blues in all areas.
Typical Blues.
I don't want to sound like a miserable fart or anything, but it's just hard to have a conversation.
During the war, it weren't that loud, was it?
I think we started a bit of a trend here. So we've had the name the Darrens, but Pete Taylor has said name all the people called Czech.
Wasn't there a Darren Chumley Warner in 1893 or something? I'm sure there was. Everybody was called
that was Chumley a character
Warner.
from Harry Enfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it just me that struggles with that then, to speak to the people next to me with the music going in the stadium?
Hey?
Come on, Rob, you must struggle where you are there.
Yeah. To be fair, it is really. To be right by the tunnel, and it's you can't hear yourself think.
No.
Mind you, people pretend to faint when they talk to me anyway.
What about you, Craig? You're pretty high up in the Tilton, aren't you?
Well, I mean, Claire's the row behind me, but I've got to say,
we're not on the same row, Craig.
Well, officially on the row in front. But officially on the row in front. That's all I've got to be clear.
I'm right behind. Can't hear him. It's great.
That's right. Yeah, Claire can't hear me. No, I mean, in all seriousness, it was loud on Saturday. But adversely, the one thing I loved was we actually heard for a change an interview at half time, and more to the point, we actually heard the substitutions being announced, which in the past we've never heard. So I think there is probably a balancing act to be had in regards to it. I think, we've been crying out for new sound system inside the stadium. We've got it. First game, okay, we've just got to balance it off for the next time around. Hopefully tomorrow night it's not as overpowering as I think some of it was. And you mentioned DJ Mikey B, but I've got to raise the new Tampere intro. I want to know.
Oh, you just beat me to it. You just beat me to it there. I don't like it.
I want to know, honestly, people's thoughts.
Don't fix something that's not broken.
Yeah, bring back the original.
Yeah, bring back the original.
I was lagging, so I don't think I've actually really heard it.
I heard it. They did it at Barca. I didn't like it at Barca game. At the Barca game
either. I was in the middle
either.
of the ocean at Barcelona, so I need to listen to it tomorrow.
There we go.
Claire, I've got a copy. I'll send it over to you. But it's interesting because it's had mixed reviews. So hearing from yourselves don't change anything. Whereas some people have said, and feedback that I've had separately through the supporters club is actually it was nice to have something different. And I think it was that. I've got to say, I stood down, I heard it, I was like, what is this? And then when it kicks in with the original, okay, it's a little bit more. So it's mixed up, it's changed a little bit at the beginning. And, that's interesting that it gets the mixed reviews.
We're advertising a lot as well, aren't we, in the stadium? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
There is a lot of advertising going on.
Yeah, the Jude bit's gone. The Jude in the Tilton.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for adverts to go over the speaker system like a radio. So
Bill Mint's asking what we think of Laura Davies on the mic.
A lot of people are asking.
I thought she did well on Saturday. To be honest, I thought she was good.
I know, is she permanent now?
I don't know.
I think it's difficult because the old one was so good and iconic.
Yeah.
That to follow him, it's going to be tough for anyone. So, she's obviously
she's the new David Moyes.
Yeah. So give her a bit of time.
I think the one thing I would say about Lara is it's her permanent job, whereas with Rich, it wasn't his permanent job. That was kind of he stepped in, didn't he? Openly said it with us. He stepped in to help out when he was invited. Whereas with Lara, it's her permanent job. She does it at the Blues. She does the rugby.
Cricket. She does the cricket as well, doesn't she?
She was doing the athletics. So I think
I like her. I think she's lovely.
Yeah, she's a great person to meet. Very, very well to get on with. And, I am trying to get her on the show as well to talk about it, because I think what will be interesting is hearing more around what she actually does. Because, when you've got something as a permanent gig, it's different when you're swapping things about. And I think, when you talk about the different sports, it must actually be quite hard to change it up. Because announcing at football is different to announcing at rugby. It's different to announcing at the athletics. And I think I saw her doing, I want to say it was skiing or something in during the winter. So it really is a mixture of stuff. So, we'll find out. And hopefully, like I say, we can get Lara on the show.
She did say she was going to come on, didn't she?
Yeah.
I'd be out of a job then, wouldn't I, at the start? She'd have to announce us. Okay, I think that's it, isn't it, Chris?
I think it's a wrap. Good show.
That went pretty quick. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We've been the Tilton Talk Show. We're sponsored by Matter Integration with myself, Paul Hipkiss. It's good night from me, and it's good night from Tally Jones.
Cheers, Paul. It's good night from me. And Rob, I'm going to come round with the flatbed later on and get rid of that thing in the back of the bedroom. I'll pass you on I'll pass you over to Rob. Yeah, so no props.
I'm going to be more professional this season and try and remember my cue to say good night.
Go on in.
So it's good night from me. So it's good night from me.
I passed it to you, mate.
And it's good night from me, like I said. And it's going to be a good night from Claire as well, isn't it, Claire? Over to you, Bab.
I'm sure the person behind you rolled up. What's it? Just said good night as well.
Yeah. Good night.
I swear it's just been waving. It's definitely moving.
It's just camera tricks, and he's shut
It's a good night for me. Let's hope that we have a bit of a change tomorrow. Safe travels to everyone coming up to Wrexham on Friday, and everyone have a lovely bank holiday weekend. And it's a good night from Craig.
It's a good night from me, and yeah, safe travels to anybody going to Wrexham. Let's look for a positive result tomorrow night, and watch out for the next edition of the Away End. We will be interviewing the Wrexham fans on their thoughts for the season ahead, the players to watch out for, and what to expect. So that'll be dropping very, very shortly. So watch out to everybody. Thanks to those that viewed it last time around as well. And hey, I'm professional, unlike Robe, so I'm just going to hand over to the man with the buttons and the microphones. Chris Browne, over to you.
And it's good night from me, and this is where I play the outro music. Good night.
And it's good night from Mark Meredith.
Oh, yeah.
We have got to keep right on. We got to keep right on to the end.
So come on, what do you think of this music? Go on.
Comments on the message board, people.
It's good.
I want to go watch American Pie.
What a film.
I want a pie.
You've already had one. Or was it a crumble?
Crumble.
Oh, yeah.
Or pink lady apples as well. Oh.
Yeah, off next door's tree.
Oh, what's that shovel you're smacking that thing with? Come on, pack it in.
There's no shovel here.
That's in the back of my van, though, that is.
It's waving again.
No, it's all above board.
Who are winning? Chelsea?
What?
I think they're going to absolutely destroy Fulham.
5-0.
But I've got him in my dream team as well.
And we've all just talked over the outro music, which was actually pretty good.
Good night.
You're either all in on this model, or maybe you're building with another. You're either speed, or is it security? You're either custom, or are you ready to use? Or you're AWS AI. With hundreds of models, ready-to-use agents, speed and security built in, you don't have to pick a side. You can have them all. How will AI revolutionize your business? AWS AI is how.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at soundedouttogether.org. That's soundedouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Everyone's talking about protein lately, but how do you actually get enough of it? Muscle Milk. Muscle Milk has a great tasting new formula with no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or added colors. It's high quality, complete protein designed to support healthy muscles with fewer ingredients than the previous formula and 26 to 42 grams of protein. For when you're stuck in meetings or need a post-workout recovery. Available in chocolate, vanilla cream, cookies and cream, and strawberries and cream. Try the new great tasting Muscle Milk today. Available in stores nationwide. Muscle Milk. Protein for all.